Hey, sweet souls, it's time for another energy update, Divine Feminine Energy Update for February. And as always, I invite you to take a few deep breaths, and as you join this space and reconnect with your Divine Feminine essence and inner knowing, to drop into your heart and your womb. And yeah, let's dive in. There are like 4 themes that I've been receiving, and the first one is expansion. So you might have noticed already, or I'll give you a short overview of the themes and then I'll go in. So expansion, and that is also connected with nourishment and self-care. Then you might be experiencing also strong resistance, and like it's a time to really make a decision of what you're here to do and if you want to stay and do it or not. And the 4th theme is community, so an ongoing theme for the coming years, I feel. So let's dive into these 4 topics. The first one, expansion, and you might have been feeling it, especially here in the Northern Hemisphere, especially where I'm living. I've been feeling the energy of spring coming up and noticing how nature is starting to gather her juices and slowly come out of hibernation. So I've noticed that the birds are singing more and the trees are preparing, and some already starting to sprout a little. And you can even smell it in the air that something is shifting, even if it's been quite cold, not for the past couple of days, but even before. I noticed that the air is smelling differently, and it's also the sense of connecting with this thrive energy that we find in nature, to allow it to come through us. It's what helps us and carries us forward, so we don't have to be in the masculine and push and make things happen. And I feel it especially strongly this year, and I suspect it's because I've been really honoring this period of darkness and slowing down and connecting with my womb and the womb of Mother Earth. And I feel much more connected to these natural cycles that are occurring every year. So you might be noticing this too, or you might just want to open up to it and explore it a little more. And what my guides told me is to allow this expansion, to lean into it and to really soar with these energies, no matter what's going on around us, but to trust and to stay centered and connected to our own energy, and allowing this thrive energy to flow through us, and not to get sidetracked too much. And in combination with this expansion energy, they reminded me that it's still important to focus on self-care and nourishment, and I feel it's an especially helpful time at the moment. There's a lot of support available to us to support our physical body if it needs a kind of boost or reset, or letting go of any heavy energies or toxins, and to really allow all of the support in and work with everything. So to take in on a physical level and receive the support on a physical level that may be needed, and to also work with it energetically, but to really bring these two together and not rely solely on one of them, because we are here as bridges, and I feel like this is really connecting heaven and earth inside of us, to honor the support that we can get in the physical just as much as the support that we can get from the unseen realms. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. It's one of the things that I've been integrating for myself this past week especially. So I'm still a bit processing everything, but I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. Then another point that I've been feeling strongly is, on the one hand, there is this strong call to move forward and to share our gifts and to show up and embody the inner wild woman, to share our medicine, to be fully present as who we are in our authentic being. And at the same time, there are still lots of old fears coming up, and also lots of safety and protection mechanisms that we inherited and that come through our ancestral lines. So this also plays into the fourth point of community. This is what supports us to move through these resistances and blocks what's really in our system, and making it hard for us to move forward and be who we are. You might really experience this on a very deep level, where you might feel like you're going through another death rebirth phase, and it can feel quite literal in your physical body, where parts of you are asking, or where it's really helpful to make this conscious choice if you want to stay or if you want to go, and if you want to accept your mission and be here or not. It's not something you need to be scared of or afraid of. I invite you to really connect with your heart and take your time to feel into all of this, and to give space to all of the aspects that feel fear and that feel like it's not safe to stay and who would rather leave. But I feel that with lots of love and compassion, and really paying attention to what the situation is like that you find yourself in now. So really checking if this fear has a reason to be here, or if you are actually in surroundings that are safe and with people who appreciate you and who love you for who you are and who support you in sharing your gifts and being your authentic self. So then these aspects don't need to be so worried and don't need to feel like they need to jump out and leave. And feel free to ask any questions on this topic as well, because I feel it's really important to have conscious awareness of this and not feel like you're under attack from something outside, or feel like really alone going through this. We're really all in this together, and I encourage you to honor your process and to reach out and connect with other people who are on a similar path, so that you know that you're not the only one. We're all feeling this on different levels, but we're all doing this together. So that brings me to the last point, which is community. And I feel that it's supporting us more and more, and we're feeling this more and more, that it's good for us to come together with loving people who are on a similar path. I feel it's especially important for us as women at the moment to come together in sacred circles for women, not to exclude anyone, but really to have these safe, sacred spaces for female experiences, as they can be very different to what men experience at the moment. And I am preparing something that is intended to support you and us during this pivotal time, to, for every one of us to explore our unique connection to our womb, to our divine feminine energy, and to how we are here to support Mother Earth, to support this shift back into balance between divine feminine and masculine, and to embrace our own unique missions. And it helps us to come together and share and connect, because the challenges we face can be quite similar, or the baggage we carry and the history we share can be quite similar, but when we don't talk about it with other people, we can feel quite alone with it. And at the same time, the gifts that we bring can be very unique and look different. So it can be really enriching to come together and explore this together and support everyone through our unique presence in a sacred circle. So trust what's calling you and call in your soul tribe and soul family, so that you receive the love and nourishment and reassurance that we all need at this very special and sometimes quite challenging, but also very beautiful and rewarding time. So I think that's it. Okay, and then I asked what serves us during this month and also beyond. So as always, and it's interesting because it's 3 points and they all start with connection. So we're really, really coming back from these long years where we dove deep into separation. So you might resonate with that and having felt quite alone in your surroundings. But we're coming now into connection, and I feel that this experience of separation also opened up a new appreciation for connection and community, and probably also more discernment about who we feel drawn to and want to spend our time with and connect with, and where we set clear boundaries. So what serves us? The first point is connection to our womb and taking action from there. So just taking 1 or 2 minutes in the morning, putting our hand on our womb, connecting in, maybe connecting the heart to the womb, and then feeling the connection with Mother Earth, feeling the connection with the sky, and then taking action from there. And the more you do this, the easier it will get, the more you will feel this connection and feel centered in yourself. And you can do this repeatedly. It's easy to get pulled out of it when we interact or are in surroundings that feel challenging and whereas lots of information coming in. So it makes sense to do this several times until you feel it's solid in your system, this information has landed. Another thing we can do and that serves us is connection with nature. So that's always something to help us reset, especially when we feel like it's hard to meditate or focus. than just going out and hugging a tree and connecting, feeling the ground and connecting with the earth can really help us come back to ourselves and our center, just by allowing nature and the trees to support us. And yeah, basically what I talked about already is the third point, connection with other women and men who are walking a similar path. So connection is a main theme, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. If you are interested in the themes for 2021, especially the first 6 months, I finally put up the transcript onto my blog. So there's a video you can watch and listen to, or you can also read the transcript on my website. The link is in my bio. And yeah, I'm grateful that I can connect with you in this way and that we're doing this together. I'll keep you posted on my upcoming creations, and yeah, I'd love to hear what resonated and if you have any questions, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Have a great time. Bye.